Hello everyone. So today's video I want to talk about the EZ-Flash Junior and how it works with the Analogue Pocket and just show you some of the features that you can do. I'm also going to compare it with a modified Game Boy Advance with the Everdrive in there and maybe give some options. The Everdrive at this current moment, today is December 31st, it has not been updated to work with the Analogue Pocket. Now, some people are reporting they are doing well. They have no issues with the Analogue Pocket and the Everdrive GB X7. So we'll see what happens in the future. Hopefully there'll be a patch either for the Analogue or the Everdrive and it will work. Right now, from what I believe, the GB X3 for the Everdrive works. So I've been told, but no confirmations at the moment. Right now, I've seen less issues with the EZ-Flash Junior. I've heard some people do have some issues and it might be more related to the firmware. So we'll get more into that in a second. Before that, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Lets me know what everybody wants to see, what everybody likes. So please go ahead and do that now. All right, so let's begin the video. And so here we are. Here is the EZ-Flash Junior. Now, I will show you the firmware I'm on. I believe it's 1.05E, which is a beta form. You can find this throughout the internet. It's there, it's available. Obviously, this is at your own risk. This is a beta. I've heard some people have success with getting this to work on the Analogue Pocket after updating and having issues. I've always been on this firmware. I haven't changed the firmware since probably I installed it a while ago, at least over 6 months ago. So I've had this firmware for a while. I haven't seen a newer update, but this seems to be the one that works fine for me on the Analogue Pocket. So I put all those games that you saw in the previous slide before onto the Everdrive. So that's where I'm going to be testing it. I use the Analogue to dump the games, and the rest I put on the Everdrive. So just put it in, and I'm going to show you some of the features, some of the things you can do. That way you're aware and you can make any informed decision that you want to make. So here we go. So right off the bat, let me let you know, this has a real-time clock in it. So you can play games like Pokemon Gold, Crystal, Silver, ROM hacks that use it will be able to use it just fine. So in that case, it is very similar to the Everdrive right here. So there are some key differences though between the two. Some of them might not be as important, especially now that you have a save state. So let's go right to the game. Now, if you don't have the Analogue Pocket and you're using original consoles like the Game Boy Advance, the Everdrive is still a very good option in my opinion, especially with the save states that has. Let's go ahead and let's go to the ROMs that I dumped. So right here, you're the ROMs that I dumped. Now, obviously, just because you dumped the ROM doesn't mean it's going to work as intended. If you look at this game here, I dumped it, Kirby. Now, this has I think a sensor inside that tells you when it's moving. So even if you dump it, it's not going to work well. So I dumped it, but it's not going to work well. It needs that sensor. That's kind of like the Buckeye, the Sun is in Your Hands game for Game Boy Advance. Even if you dump it, if you don't patch it in order to get the sun, then you're going to be out of luck. So let's show you a game off the bat that you can do. Let's just start with Super Mario Land. Okay. Loads up right away. It is very quick. I can say that, especially this is a Game Boy game. It's very quick. Now, one of the features with the Everdrive you can do, instead of having to restart the Game Boy Advance or anything else like that, all you got to do is hold on to the back, press it, and there you go. That's it. Just like that, you're back at the menu. So let's try another game. This is Paperboy. And press it. And that's it. Let's try another game. Or, let me actually play a game just that way you guys can see. Let's do Mega Man. The Mega Man's a Gameboy Color game. It takes a little bit longer, but not much. It almost starts instantaneously. It's very good. Here we go. I don't have any save files, so all this is just a new game, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, I have no save files. Yep, so let's just do a new game. So I haven't had any issues with the Easy Flash Junior on the Analogue. Personally, I haven't had it. It runs well, thank God, because my Everdrive is one that's giving me the issues. Now, when you put this in the beta mode already, you guys get the analog button here, and that's it. You get save states. There you go. So that was a big difference between the Everdrive and the Easy Flash, which I'll show in a second. Runs just like the original game. So it's really good alternative, especially to the Everdrive at the current moment. Now this all might change when the Everdrive is updated and working. I'm sure there's a lot of people left holding the Everdrive in their hands and not being able to do anything with it. Especially if you didn't have the older consoles and you just wanted to have something to take with you and play wherever you go and not carry 10 cartridges at a time like you saw there. That's a lot of cartridges for you guys just to carry around, especially if you're just playing for what? Maybe an hour, 2 hours on a train, airplane, something like that. Let's save it and let's go to the next one. Now here it'll back up the save because that's to back it up to the memory card. Here's another game. This game will work just fine. You will be missing some of the features, but it will work just fine. Here's the Perfect Dark. Now, the Perfect Dark had a rumble pack, which does work on the Analogue if you're just playing with this one, but you're obviously not going to get it. There's no rumble pack for the Easy Flash. This is still impressive that they were putting actual audio like this in the Gameboy Color at the time. Not a lot of Game Boy Advance games still do that. No, it looks good. And it plays really good. Right now, yeah, this is the training area. It's the beginning of the game. There's no issues. Plays just like the original. Just giving you information. And just to compare that to the original, let's pop in the original now. Here's the original. There's really going to be no difference. Now, if you look up here, this is where you're going to see it rumble whenever I get hit. For some reason, it feels like it doesn't rumble as hard. Maybe it's because it's on the Analogue. It feels like it rumbles a little harder on the actual Game Boy Color, which I made another in the past video. It showed it. Now let's look at it, see if it moves when I get hit. There you go. See? It's moving. That means I'm getting hit. That's one of the cool features of these older games that you're gonna miss out when you're playing it on a flash card. Even though the flash card does give you the accessibility of playing it anywhere you want, whenever you want, you are missing some of those good items like that. It's a very good game. I recommend it. I think I finished it a long time ago. But there you go. All right, so now let's move on. I'm going to put this back in and let me grab a Game Boy Advance. So here is Boxy Pixel Game Boy Advance that I have. Here's the Everdrive. We're gonna put this in. Show you some of the differences between the two. Okay. Obviously, this is going to open up small. That's one of the disadvantages of playing this on an original hardware. So as you can tell, the UI is going to be different off the bat. Let's make this bigger the way everybody can see. Here, this is how it looks. You can hide this. There's a lot more things you can do with the Everdrive, in my opinion. Cheats, you can add cheats on this too. It's a little bit more complicated. The cheats is a whole nother video that I could do. Here you can tell, there you go, you can tell my firmware. Firmware K1.05E. That is a firmware this is on. And let's go to device info. This is also on 1.05, which was recently updated. Now, the problem with this is it doesn't fix the problem on the Analogue Pocket. This gives you plenty of options to show what you've been playing. This can only show you the last, you can only start off the last game. So let's go back. Yeah, it only gives you an option like this. Press start to play the last game. This one will do the same thing, but it won't show you what you've been playing. You can select a random game. I feel like this one has better compatibility with some of the ROMs that I've seen, but at the end of the day, if you can't get this to play on here, then you're kind of out of luck. So it doesn't really help you in that aspect. Let's put Pokemon Gold here, since that's one of the games I have here as well. Let's go to Pokemon Gold. Here we go. It's about the same time to load. This one started a little bit sooner and it was a little bit faster. See, same thing. It's no difference. Time clocks work on both of them. Right now this is wrong day, but the time is correct. Now the workaround that I remember I showed you in a different video for the Everdrive, if you already have it and you're out of luck, you don't want to buy it, well, now that I loaded Pokemon Gold on this one, I will be able to play it on here. Go right here, it's turning on, press start. There you go. Loads it because it's saved on, I believe, the memory, the flash memory there. But as I showed Annex many times already, I just try a different game. I get the same error everybody else gets. But all right, so right now, your best bet at the current moment, as of December 31st, is going to be the Everdrive. Sorry, the Easy Flash. This is your best bet at the moment, the Easy Flash. The Everdrive, as good as it is and as great quality as it is, it doesn't work on the Analogue. If you want to buy it just to maybe get it, take care of it in the future, that works as well. You might be taking a gamble and you might get one that doesn't work. But right now, for me, currently, as of my opinion, the Easy Flash is the one that works. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.